Okay, today's video is going to be about tips for beginning riders and beginning horse owners. So, stay tuned. Hope you guys enjoy the video. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button, smash the like button, and let's get straight on into the video. Okay, so, new horse owners. First of all, number one, what breed do you want? Number two, and number 2 and 3 don't necessarily have to be big factors. While there are factors, not big ones. Number 2 is color. What color do you want? Number 3 is how tall you want your horse to be. So number 2 and 3 aren't necessarily big factors, unless number 3, how tall is the horse you want, is. Number 3 is only a big factor if you're a super tall person or super big. So those are just something to think about. Number 3. Number 4 is how big is your budget, or small your budget, or just what is your budget in general. Can you afford the horse you want? So we're going to touch base on all those things, and we're going to cut some of them down. Number 1, we're going to cut number 1 down first. Obviously, number 1. Duh. Number 1 is breed. What breed do you want? If you're a beginning rider, this is my personal opinion, I would suggest quarter horse, warm bloods, a Dutch warm blood, warm blood in general, a Frisian, those are good. And the reason why I'm not saying like the most popular horses, like thoroughbreds and Arabians, because thoroughbreds and Arabians are hot-blooded horses. They're spirited, they're temperamental, they can be hard to handle if you're a beginning rider. But if you're doing certain riding, if you're doing a certain riding seat, you might need a thoroughbred or an Arabian. And we can go back to that in a second. But whatever horse you want, make sure it's right for you. And then it also depends on what seat you do. Like I said a second ago, is if you ride Western. Western has a ton of subcategories. Western isn't just one style riding. It is so much more. There's bell racing, there's cutting, there's roping, there's pole bending, there's bell racing, there's reining. It's a lot. I named 6. That might be more. I'm not for sure. I'm not a Western rider, so I don't know. But I just named 6 of them. So if you're a Western rider and want to do bear racing, you have to have a fast horse. Most people you do a bear race, they use quarter horses. If you want to do, reining, you can use pretty sure any horse for reining. My friend Aaron, he uses quarter horse for his reining. But yeah, I'm not gonna go into the other Western stuff because I don't know that. But there's a lot of subcategories when you just say Western. You have to look at the big picture. For English, that's what I do. Do you want to be a show jumper? Do you want to be a hunter jumper? Do you just want to do hunters? Do you want to do dressage? Do you want to do eventing? If you want to be a show jumper, you have to know that eventually you're going to be jumping some pretty high jumps. like really high jumps, like 6 feet high jumps. I'm not fully familiar on meters. They say like 4-meter jumps and stuff. So I need to refresh my memory on those, but so preferably for show jumping, you need a tall horse, not like too tall, but a good lanky horse. I use a thoroughbred for my jumping. If you do 100 jumpers, pretty much same thing. Hunters, it's just flat work. You can use a pony. Maybe, depends what competition you're doing. And then dressage, you need a good listening horse. A horse who listens to every cue, pretty much the minute you give that cue. And last one, cross country. You need a horse with a ton of endurance, like a warm blood. Sometimes Arabians are good for that, and thoroughbreds, or Anglo Arabians, which is a thoroughbred Arabian cross. But if you do eventing, your horse has to have a lot of endurance, because, and I'm going to go a little bit more into eventing, because eventing is 3 disciplines in one, and it's hard. If you do eventing, you have dressage, cross country, and show jumping. And your horse has to have a lot of endurance. I'm going to keep saying your horse has to have a lot of endurance. I'm going to say that a lot. Because eventing is in 3 different times you can do eventing. There's the 1-day event, the 2-day, and the 3-day. The 3-day event, you do dressage first day. And if you have multiple horses, you do dressage twice or 3 times, depending on how many horses you have. Same thing with cross country and show jumping. First day dressage, second day cross country, third day show jumping. That's a lot of work for 1 horse or 2 horses. If it's a 2-day event, the first day they have dressage and cross country, 2 disciplines in 1 day. Then show jumping 3rd day. That can be hard on the horses. So they have to have, like I said again, I've said this multiple times, endurance, and a lot of it. Then, 1-day event. Dressage, cross country, and show jumping in 1 day. One after the other. I'm not for sure the time, but I'm pretty sure it's like, once you finish dressage, you have like an hour for your horse to rest up, and then you go straight to the cross country course. And the cross country course and the jumping course, they vary on what event you do. If you're doing a 3-day event, the jumper course and the cross country course are a little longer. For a 2-day and 1 day, the jumper course and the cross country course are shorter, but they're still good distances. So I'm gonna say it again: horse has to have endurance. So you have to train a lot. Obviously, no brainer. But you have to choose a horse that can do what you need to do. So when you go look at horses, a good idea is to bring your trainer or your coach, or if your trainer is your coach, bring that. They're the same thing, but bring someone who knows their horses. Because if you're an eventer and you go look at horses, and the person who you're looking at the horse, and they're like, well, this horse he does, jumping and stuff, and you ask him questions about, does he do cross country, does he do dressage, how good is he, and they give you answers, and you feel satisfied. But if you bring someone who really knows eventing, then they teach it, then they might be like, wait a minute, this horse having injuries. If he does, what are the injuries, what cause injuries, if the person you're buying the horse from knows what cause injuries. Like it's a big factor, because I'm not saying everyone does this, but some people do this. When you buy a horse, they will try to sell you the horse, and they won't tell you everything or give you all the information you want. Not saying everyone's like that, but there are some people who are like that. So bring people who know what to ask, so you don't get, I'm not saying you won't get a bad horse, but you won't get the horse to the full potential you might want. You might get a great horse, but not to the potential and training that you want to get up to. So just be careful when you buy a horse. Also, if you can, this is my opinion, bring a vet. If you have a vet, if you have a friend who's a vet, that's what I was trying to say, is bring them, my throat, gosh darn it, bring them, so you can check out the horse, check its teeth, you know, and always make sure, like, you can try the horse out. If they won't let you try the horse out, you'll be like, this horse might not be the best. But yeah, just little things like that to ask. It's good to ask kind of questions. Anyway, that's all for now. If you guys liked the video, like it up. If you're new here, consider hitting the subscribe button. And if you guys have any ideas, put your ideas in the comment section below, and I will look over them, and maybe I'll choose your idea. Well, I'll see you guys in the next one.